Coming to you live from Davenport, Florida. And this morning, with my morning live wake up motivation, I want to talk to you about a topic. Nothing is permanent. You know, nothing is permanent in life. No matter how bad the situation is, it will eventually change. And we need to realize that because a lot of times we find ourselves in situations in life and we feel like we're in a situation so bad that we cannot get out of and we cannot overcome and we cannot reach the next destination in our life. And what we need to realize is when we're faced in certain situations in life, no matter how bad those situations are, or no matter how bad those situations look, that is the time that we need to turn up our faith base in God and believe more in God that no matter how bad this situation is, that He's going to work it out, no matter what you're going through. So I'm here to tell you this morning, nothing is permanent. No matter how bad the situation is, it will eventually change. But the thing is about it, you've got to believe in your mind that the situation is going to change. And then you got to be able to create a visualization of it already being changed, that you're already out of this situation, whatever the situation is that you're going through in life. It may be a situation where you're struggling financially in life and you're trying to make ends meet, but you got to believe that God has already brought you a breakthrough to get you out of that financial bind. You cannot let your mind focus on the current situation of where you are, because that's going to only hold you back. You got to be able to see a much, much more broader picture than the situation at hand. And that's how a situation will eventually change, is when you change your mindset and when you believe more and when you go out there and you do more and you trust in God more, and you know that no matter what the situation is that you're in, it's not a permanent situation. No matter how bad it is, it's only temporarily. It's going to change. Sooner or later, it's going to change. All you have to do is just keep trusting and believing in God that it will change, because you know that God can make a way out of no way. So you have to believe that no matter what situation that you're in your life, no matter how bad it seems, that it will eventually change and you will eventually get what you deserve out of life and get what you're looking for out of life. And that's what you have to believe, and that's what you have to trust, and that's what you have to know. Because if you don't trust and believe that the situation that you're in right now, no matter what it is bad or good or whatever you're going through, and if you don't trust and believe that that situation will eventually change, then it's not going to change. It's within your belief system is what allows you to have a broader thinking pattern process than the situation you're in. So what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning live wake up motivation is that nothing is permanent. No matter how bad a situation is in life, it will eventually change, but you got to be willing to do what it takes and be patient enough to wait on that change to come your way. And don't allow the situation that you're in to stress you out and make you want to give up and make you want to say, you know what, I'm just not going to never be successful in life. I've tried this so much and nothing is working, and I'm always running into bad situations, and nothing is really working in my favor. That's when you got to really trust and believe and see something much greater, much greater and much bigger than the situation that you're in. You got to see yourself on the other side of the problem. You can't see yourself inside of the problem, because when you see yourself inside of the problem or the situation, you're not going to be able to get out of the situation, and you're not going to have the faith to believe that the situation will change as long as you see yourself inside of the situation or the problem. You got to see yourself outside of the situation and the problem in order for you to believe and trust that the situation will eventually change, no matter how bad it is, to know that it's not a permanent situation. And what I mean when I say you got to see yourself outside of the situation is that you got to create a visualization of a picture in your subconscious mind way of thinking and believing and knowing that no matter what you're going through right now, you already see a brighter future on the other side. You're already living in a brighter future on the other side. You're already believing in this situation already being solved, and you're already out of this situation, and you're feeling good, and you're no longer letting this situation bother you. And that's how you have to realize that nothing is permanent. No matter how bad the situation is, it will eventually change. But the thing is that you have to realize as an individual, you've got to be the one to trust and believe that it will change. If you don't have the faith base to trust and believe that a situation will change, and all you do is set up and worry about this situation each and every day, you're just adding fuel to the fire to this situation. You cannot worry about this situation. The Bible says worry over nothing and pray over everything. So whatever situation you're in, pray over it and give it to God. And once you pray over it and you give it to God, God will work it out for you. But you've got to have that picture of visualization to believe that once you give that situation to God, no matter what it is, no matter how bad it is, that he has already eventually got you out of that situation, and he has already created change, and you're already living in another level of your life beyond that situation that was holding you back. But like I said, you have to be able to create a picture of visualization through your subconscious mind way of believing and trusting and knowing that you're already out of that situation. Let me give you an example. Okay, say for instance, if you're in a situation where you're battling with a situation of trying to lose weight, and you've been battling each and every day, and you've been doing everything trying to lose weight, trying to diet, and you're having a hard problem of struggling. What you have to do is reprogram your subconscious mind from believing that you're struggling and program it to you're successful. I've already lost the weight. If you want to lose 50 pounds, I've already lost 50 pounds. You create a picture of visualization inside of your head of you having that body to where you have already lost that 50 pounds, and you start living in that now of you already losing that 50 pounds. And now you will start to do the things that you need to do in order to lose that 50 pounds, because you're not living inside of the situation or the problem. You're living above the situation of the problem. You see a bigger picture than the situation of the problem that you're in. And anytime you can form in visualization of a picture in your subconscious mind that is much, much greater than the situation that you're in, now you don't focus on the situation that you're in. You trust and you believe that that situation that you're in is already done and already over. And that's why you know and you believe that nothing is permanent. No matter how bad the situation is, you can get out of it. You can arouse from it. But what you have to do, you have to change your mindset. You have to change the way you think about this situation. If you allow this situation to get the best of you, then you're never going to get out of it. You're always going to live in this situation. Say, for instance, if you're in a situation where you're working a 9 to 5 and you hate working this 9 to 5, and each and every day that you go to this 9 to 5, you're talking about how bad it is. You're talking about how much you hate the people you work with. You're talking about how you wish that you could do something different. Now, what you got to do, you have to change that mindset from all those negative thoughts inside of your head of you wishing that you could do something different and already live above being in that situation of you wishing that you could do something different, and creating a picture of visualization through your subconscious mind way of thinking and knowing and believing and living that you're already doing something different, that you're already away from that 9 to 5 that is holding you back from moving on to your success level, to where you're trading time for dollars, to where you're being time broke, to where you're going through all these struggles in life, to where you don't have no time to spend with your family. You have to see yourself out of the situation. You have to be able to create a picture of visualization much, much higher than the situation that you're in. And the only way you can do that is change your mindset. As long as you're thinking with your conscious mindset way, then you're always going to believe that you cannot get out of the situation that you're in. But once you start to change your mindset from thinking with your conscious mind and start thinking with your subconscious mind and start to believe more, then you can have more. And now you're not living in that situation. And now you know that nothing is permanent, no matter how bad the situation is. You know that that situation will eventually change because you believe in change, and you have created a picture of visualization that the situation has already changed. You're no longer living in that situation, even though you're still in the situation, but your mind is not in it. Did you get that? Like I said, you're no longer living in the situation, even though you're still in it, but your mind is not in it. When your mind is not in a situation that you're living in, now you can create a picture of visualization to rise above, the situation that you're in, that you seem like that it feels like it's so bad and it's stopping you from moving on to the next level in life. What you've got to do, you got to be able to have the courage, the wisdom, the knowledge, the confidence to believe that you're already out of that situation, that you're already living out of that situation, that you've already accomplished whatever it was that was holding you back at that particular time in your life. But the only way that you can do that is that you have to change your mindset. A lot of people don't get out of situations in life because their mindset traps them in it. To believe that they cannot do no better than what they're doing. To believe that they have to work a 9 to 5 until they die and then retire with 40% of their pay. To believe that they have to do that. But you don't have to believe that you have to do nothing in life that you don't want to do. You need to find a way to change your conscious mind to your subconscious mind to believe that you can have more and do more. Because once you're to the point to where you can elevate yourself to a higher level than beyond the situation that you're in, that situation that you're in, it won't even matter. You'll be living above it. You'll already see a picture of visualization much, much bigger and much, much broader than the situation that you're in. And that's what you have to realize. That's what I'm trying to get you to see this morning in my morning live wake up motivation, is that nothing is permanent. No matter how bad the situation is, it will eventually change. But the only way a situation is going to eventually change, you got to change your mindset to the situation. You've got to believe that this situation has already changed. You've got to live in the now of the reality of that situation already being over. Whatever it is that you're going through, if it's a financial situation, you got to believe that you're no longer in a bind for money. You got to believe that you're rich in your mind, that you have $100,000 in your bank account, that you have $500,000 in your bank account, that you're a millionaire. You got to believe beyond the situation that you're in that is holding you back from moving forward. And the only way you can do that is that you got to create a much, much bigger and a much, much broader picture inside your subconscious mind of living a much, much better life, higher in a financial level than where you are in a situation that's holding you back to where you're struggling. You see what I'm saying? Even though you're not where you want to be, but you got to believe you're there. Because if you believe it, I say this all the time. It says, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So if you can conceive and believe that you're no longer in financial struggle, you will achieve that level of no longer being in a financial struggle. And then say, for instance, if you're one of these people and you suffer with certain sicknesses that you have, like arthritis, emphysema, eczema, whatever the situation is that you have, you've got to believe that you already overcame that sickness that has been bogging you down. You got to believe, you got to see yourself on the other side of the situation and don't live in the situation. You got to live above the situation. And the only way you live above the situation is that you see yourself on the other side of the situation and not inside the situation. As long as you live inside the situation, it's never going to change. You got to create change by your mindset changing and believing that you're already above this situation that is holding you back. But you cannot do that as long as you have doubt, as long as you don't believe in yourself, as long as you don't have faith to believe that God is a healer and he can heal you no matter what the problem is that you're going through, physically, mentally, whatever it is, financially. God can solve those problems, but you got to believe that he can. And when you believe that he can, you have to live in that moment of being above the situation that is holding you down, no matter how bad it is, because no situation is so bad that it will not eventually change. That's what I'm saying to you in my morning live wake up motivation. You've got to believe in yourself more in order to rise above certain situations. You cannot let situations stress you out. You got to say, you know what? I'm not going to let this situation worry about. I'm not going to worry about this situation because I know my God has already solved this situation. I'm already living another lifestyle of being way further and above this situation that I'm in right now. And when you can create a picture of visualization to believe that you are higher than you actually are, you can go higher. I'll say that again. When you can create a picture of visualization that you are higher than you actually are, you can go higher. So that means you can solve any situation that comes in your life because of your belief system to know that you're already above that situation and that situation is not getting the best of you. Never let a situation get the best of you and stress you out and have you sitting back and worrying and all that. Because when you're worrying, you're not solving nothing. You're just creating more worry into it. You cannot live in worry in a situation. You got to live in a peace on the other side of the situation to believe that this situation is already over. And I'm living a totally different lifestyle than the situation that I'm in. Even though you in the situation, you don't have to live in the situation. Now get that. I really want you to understand that. And what I'm saying by that, when I say, even though you're in the situation, you don't have to live in the situation. What I mean by that is what I'm saying is that you don't have to believe that you cannot do no better and get out of this situation and let this situation stress you out and hold you back and allow you to give up on moving forward on whatever your goals and dreams and passions are and your purpose in life. You cannot allow that. You got to live above that. You got to believe that that situation is not so bad to where you cannot get out of it, because the God that we serve, he knows all, he does all, and he can solve all. And we have to trust and believe that there's no situation that we can get into in life. Good morning, sis. I love you. Thanks for stopping by. There's no situation that we can get into in life that we cannot get out of. And I know I'm talking to somebody this morning because I feel it in my spirit. I can feel it down in my heart. I know that there's somebody right now out there that's going through a situation in life, and you're living in that situation and you're allowing that situation to get the best of you, and it's stressing you out, and it's not causing you to move on to the next level in life because you have lost your faith in you and you don't believe that you can get out of that situation. I'm here to tell you this morning, you can get out of that situation, but you have to live above that situation. You cannot live in that situation. You have to live above that situation. And what I mean by live above that situation, you have to believe that you are already out of the situation that you're in, even though you're still in it. And the only way you do that is create a picture of visualization inside your subconscious mind way of thinking that you're already out of that situation. Whatever the situation was. If your situation was financially and you were living from paycheck to paycheck and you were struggling to pay your bills, create a picture of visualization that you're already out of that situation, that now you have more money than you allow. You have $500,000 in your bank account, and create that picture of visualization and believe in that and live in that each and every day and speak that into existence, into your life, and it will come to pass. See, sometimes in life, the reason why we don't get out of certain situations is because we're too afraid to speak blessings into existence to bring us out of those situations. But what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning life wake up motivation is you've got to be able to speak life into a dead situation. If you cannot speak life into a dead situation, you cannot bring life into it. And the only way you speak life into a dead situation or a bad situation is that you believe that you're already living through your subconscious mind way of thinking and believing that you're already living above that situation. That situation is no longer holding you back. That situation is no longer stopping you from achieving your goals, your purpose, your dreams, and the things that you want out of life, your success level. Because you have to realize when you allow your mind to keep you bogged down and stressed out in a situation, you're going to stay in it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that situation has control over you. You have to be able to take control over the situation in order for you to change the situation. You cannot change the situation in your life when it has control over you. You've got to control it. You've got to say, hey, I don't care how bad this looks. I believe that my God has already got me out of this situation. And I'm already looking through my subconscious mind way of thinking and believing and living in a different reality than the situation that I'm in. Once you learn how to live in a different reality than the situation you in, then you can rise above the situation. But as long as you allow yourself to live in the reality of the situation you're in, and you're living inside of that situation, and you're living inside of that problem, you can never solve the problem. You can never get out of the situation, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have no faith in yourself to believe that you can rise above it. But you have to have faith in yourself. It is written in the book, and it says, if you have faith of the grain of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. But the thing is, you have to have that faith and believe that there's no situation that you can get in life, no matter how bad it is, that God cannot bring you out of. And the only way you can do that is that you have to change your mindset to trust and believe more in God and believe more in yourself. Because if you trust and believe in God more, then that gives you the wisdom and the willpower to trust and believe more in yourself. And now you live above the situation that you're in. You're not living in the situation. I don't know who I'm talking to this morning, but I'm talking to somebody. I can feel it. But like I said, I just want you to realize that nothing is permanent. No matter how bad it is, it will eventually change. So I want to motivate you this morning. If you're going through a situation in life right now, and I know there's some people out there, because that's the reason why I chose this topic. I know there's some people out there right now that's going through situations and struggles in life, and it's getting the best of them. But I'm here to tell you, stop stressing over that situation and stop worrying over that situation, and do like the Bible says. Worry over nothing and pray over everything and give it to God. And then once you give it to God, already see inside your subconscious mind way of thinking, to using visualization of a picture, that God has already worked that situation out. And I'm living beyond that situation. That situation is in my past. It's not in my future. It is something that is gone. My future looks much, much brighter than this situation that I'm in. And that's the faith-based belief that you have to have within yourself and within God, to know that he can get you out of any situation that you may face in life. But you have to realize that you are the one that holds the key to you being able to situation stress you out and have you worry. You're not going to get out of that situation. You're not. You have to rise above that situation and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to let this situation worry me. I'm not going to wake up each and every day worried about this situation. I'm going to believe that this situation is already solved. And no matter what it is, I guarantee you, it will eventually change. It will eventually change, but you've got to believe before it eventually changes that it has already changed. And once you believe that it has already changed, now God starts working secretly in your favor behind the universe, and you don't know he's working. And now that situation changes, and now you go to another level of life, and now you're out of that situation, and it looks much, much brighter on the other side. That's what you got to believe. Even though you don't have what you want right now, even though you're going through certain situations in life, you cannot live in the situation. You got to live out of the situation. You got to live above the situation. You got to believe above the situation. You got to have faith beyond the situation. And that's how you get out of certain situations in life. But if you don't have the faith, you can never get out of any situation in life. You will never be able to face any situation in life head on and deal with it. You'll just keep living in that situation and allowing that situation to stress you out and get the best of you. But you cannot do that. You have to learn how to rise above the situation and know that the God that we serve is already gotten you out of that situation if you have faith in him. But you got to have faith. And that's what I'm saying this morning. Nothing is permanent. No matter how bad a situation is, it will eventually change. So don't let life situations get you down and stop you from moving forward to the level of success that you deserve in your life. all because you believe that you don't deserve it. Don't never tell yourself what you don't deserve if you've never went out and tried to get it. Don't never tell yourself that you can't get out of a certain situation if you don't believe that you can. Don't never tell yourself that you cannot be rich when you've never tried to pursue and do what it takes to become rich. Don't never tell yourself that you're going to be poor for the rest of your life if you believe that that's what you're going to be. But don't believe it. Receive something more. See, I'm here to motivate you to believe more so you can have more, so you can do more. Have more faith in yourself. Believe more in yourself and go out there and do the necessary things that you need to do so you can get what you deserve out of life. Because nobody should settle in life for nothing. You know, we sit back and we make decisions in life based upon our conscious mind, but we never once trigger our mindset to change to our subconscious mind to believe that we can have more and do more. We make decisions on our conscious mind based on what we were taught. You know, go to school, get good grades, graduate with honors, go to college, get a good job, which that's a pretty decent system, but look at it. Number one, your time broke because you spend more time on a job than you do with your family. Number two, you're living from paycheck to paycheck because once you pay one bill, another bill comes in. Number three, if you went to college, you're drowning in student loan debt like I was from $80,000 to $100,000. And my degree, you know, I'm just going to tell you a story. I went out and I got a 4-year Bachelor of Science degree in criminal justice with a concentration of forensic investigations, and that job landed me a job in law enforcement in the security field. And all those years that I worked in that field, I never got past a security manager. That was it. And I never made $100,000 in 1 year. But when I decided to not let that situation define me, listen to me good, and I started to live above that situation, I started to live above to believe that, hey, you know what? I no longer have a 9 to 5. I work for myself. I do what I got to do. I live on my own terms. I have fun, freedom, and fulfillment in my lifestyle. I started using that picture of visualization each and every day that I went to that job. Even though I was at that job, I was not at that job. In my mind, I had already left that job. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by living in visualization through your subconscious mind. You got to believe that whatever situation that you're in life, you're already out of it and you will get out of it. You know, because like I say, right now, I don't work a 9 to 5. I don't trade time for dollars. I don't live paycheck to paycheck. But I'm not saying that bragging. I'm saying that because it's all because I changed my mindset from my subconscious mind way of thinking that I had to settle for certain situations and stay in certain situations and not find a way out and not create a solution to the situation that I was in and to believe that I could have more and do more. And that's why I got more. But had I stayed the way I was to believe that, okay, this is all I'm able to do, so what? I got a degree, but, you know, it's not really doing nothing, so I'm just going to keep working here and trading time for dollars, and I'm not going to never try to do nothing else, and I'm going to stay and work here, work 40 years to get a 40-hour paycheck to retire with 40% of my pay, and then once I retire, I'll be in retirement for about a year, and then the next year I'll become that old greeter at Walmart because I got to pay my light bill because my retirement wasn't enough to pay my light bill. Those are the situations that people keep themselves in because of their belief system. If you want to change certain situations in your life, you got to listen to me good. You got to change your belief system. But this morning, I have a call to action, and it's my new product called Skin Tech. And I'm going to show you a video of it, which is a testimony from one of the ambassadors inside our boomerang. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right.
My name is Dr. Latrice, and I live in a little suburb called Flossmoor, right outside the city of Chicago. And what I like about this product is once it's on and it's dry, it's the silky, almost luxurious feel that my skin has. I like that it's moisturizing and not drying. But I think what I like most is the fact that I have this confident feeling of protection. That while I might touch something, that same something is not touching me. And that makes me feel secure. I can go wash my hands and that silky feeling comes back and I know I'm still protected. I like this product.
Okay, I have one more. Okay, let's stop this. And let's go back. I got one more I want to show you, and then I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna get off here because I got a lot of work I gotta get done today. A lot of business stuff to do. So I'm gonna show you this one more. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's do this. Hold on. Well, you know what? Don't worry about it. I exit out of it. But anyway, the product is Skin Tech, and I have it here available. And this is the product, the Skin Tech. I'm gonna try it and put it on right here. And it's like a little foam. And then once you put it and you rub it in, and you rub it in between your skin and in between your fingers and all that. But once this product dries, look at how smooth my hands look, front to back. Now, once this product dries, you have formed an invisible glove over your hand that keeps you protected from viruses, bacteria, spores on contact, harmful chemicals for up to 4 hours, even after hand wash. So this product is a very, very powerful product. Like I said, this product is selling off the chain. It is selling so much. And I suggest parents, if you got little school kids, put it in their backpack. I put this in my kids' backpack as they go to school each and every day. And I put it on them, because it's alcohol-free product, number one. It's non-irritating and it's colorless. It's safe for children, it's safe for pets, and it's safe for the environment. So I put this on my kids. I put it on their face. I put it on their hands. I put it on their arms. I put it on their legs. And they're protected for 4 hours, even after hand wash or whatever they touch, knowing it won't get on them. And that's powerful. Keep your kids protected and your loved ones throughout this year. Skin Tech is a powerful product. Like I said, it is selling like crazy. So if you're interested in purchasing this Skin Tech, click the link below at thismakesense.com and I'll get you this awesome QR code over to you, which is on the back of this brochure. And you can start purchasing your Skin Tech today to protect your loved ones. Because I can tell you something. When my kids go to the playground to play, I put the Skin Tech on them. And I know if we're going to be out there on that playground for 4 hours, they're protected. Everything that they touch, they're protected. It will not get on them. And once again, like I said, this product is powerful. And if you're one of those people that, this is a ground level product. It's not sold in stores. If you're not affiliated with someone that's affiliated with the iBoomerang family, you cannot get this product. And I'm just going to be honest with you. And if you're an entrepreneur-minded person and has that entrepreneur-minded spirit and you want to become a distributor of this product, then click the link at thismakesense.com and let's chat and talk about it and see if it's a good fit for you so you can earn some extra money on top of what you're previously doing, because I know everybody out there could use some extra money, right or wrong. Okay, so like I said, once again, my name is Greg Young, coming to you live from Davenport, Florida. And just remember, nothing is permanent. No matter how bad the situation is, it will eventually change. So just believe that and live in the moment. Don't never let a situation live in you. You live above the situation and always live with the situation out of you, not in you, and live in the share